And I just told myself then after the Darren Till fight, I'm not gonna do this again.
I'm sure you had some people trying to put some pressure on you to take the fight. Come on, it's only 3 pounds. You made the right call, in
Yes,
my
sir.
opinion. You made the
It's
right
funny
call.
they say that. It's only 3 pounds. Well, if it's only 3 pounds, cut the 3 pounds.
Had 11 to cut. Losing the weight's really not that big a deal for me. I've been doing it for a long time.
Jason Guida, he's really struggling today. I can see 31 other guys that are just as miserable who had to do the same thing that are making it a lot easier. And Jason.
I saw Jason come into the gym today, and I saw, he was struggling really bad. He was cramping up really bad. His muscles in his ribs were locking up real bad in his neck and his back. He asked me to get some ice and try to keep his core temperature down.
Jason Guida is the brother of Clay Guida, who is a very exciting, charismatic UFC fighter. Clay Guida is 155 pounds. Jason Guida is 205 pounds, we thought.
I really have been working towards this UFC dream here for 6 years now. I'm 30 years old. I can't toil on small cards for the next few years. I might as well just go and get a real job.
Ah, both of them. Bella, help me. Oh, my quads. Oh, everything.
Don't want it to tear. Don't want it to tear.
Oh,
It's all right, dude. Just don't want you to tear. I'm trying to help him out to the best we can today and see what we can do, but he's struggling really badly.
Well, your blood pressure's a little low.
what?
The doctors will only allow people to cut so much weight,
I'll be back in a minute.
because what starts to happen is your kidneys actually start to shut down.
Keith, do you want to weigh him and then send him in for IV fluids? Because he really needs IV fluids. He's obviously trying to lose weight and is just severely dehydrated.
I'll weigh him.
Basically, the doctor and Kaiser say, if this guy weighs in at 206, we'll let him fight.
The weight wasn't gonna beat me. I'm not Gabe Rudiger. I'm not walking out of that house until, somebody makes me walk out of the house,
Where's the best spot to stand on this thing?
207. You missed weight.
Hello, fellas and felleritas. Smile and Sam Alvey here. As y'all know because you're on my YouTube channel. So Jason Guida, love him to death. Great guy. His brother's a good dude. I really enjoyed that family. I fought Jason Guida. I fought him before I was in the UFC. I fought him before I was in Bellator. Actually, I fought him because of Bellator. Bellator said, Bjorn Rebney, that lion son of a gun, said, Sam, if you win 3 fights, we'll put you in our $100,000 tournament and, everything will be wonderful. And I said, Bjorn Rebney, I would love to be in your $100,000 tournament, and I look forward to everything being wonderful. It's going to be great. I fought Jason Guida, and Jason Guida, it was at 205. I missed weight. I was like 202. Because I was not as big as I am now. I was fighting 85. I wasn't doing it. I was doing everything I thought I was supposed to. I just moved out to California, and so I had to fly back to the States. I had to fly back to real America, Wisconsin. It was my first month out at Team Quest with Dan Henderson and all that. I flew back out to Wisconsin, and I got to fight Jason Guida. I missed weight, like I said. I was 202. He came, it was an hour and a half late-ish to weigh-ins, and he had his coach with him, and he was all sweaty, and he was in sauna suit and all that. So, okay, it's cool. Step on that scale. They saw the scale. He stepped on there, and he said, all right, and with a weight of 226 pounds. And I said, what? What's that? And he said, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. I was just, he had an excuse for it. And I said, so I can't cut it. I've been trying. I drove up here. It's can't do it. And so Duke Rufus, it was his promotion at the time, said, Sam, you still want this fight? He said, he's heavy. It'll be a heavyweight fight now. I said, okay, sure. I'll take it. I'll take this heavyweight fight. I got this. And I got no extra compensation. There's no 20%. Because after I said, yes, I'll take it, he said, oh, yeah, by the way, Jason said the fight is for too little money for him to sacrifice any of it for the weight cut. I said, screw it, I don't care. I have sold so many tickets for this. I'm going to Bellator if I win. It's going to be incredible. By the way, Bellator did not take me after this fight. He said, I don't care, just whatever, I'll take this fight. And my wife was standing there saying, Sam, you should get something. And I said, yeah, they'll give me a fruit basket backstage. I'm in, I just want to fight. I said, okay. So we got into the cage, and now, of all of my 80 fights, this is the one fight I have never watched. I've never seen this fight. I didn't want to. Round one, he got in the cage. I got in the cage. He's way bigger than me. I mean, at weigh-ins, he was bigger than me. Now, he was way bigger than me. And round one happened. And I remember we went in there. We almost traded. He shot in. He picked me up like a sack of flour, carried me to his corner, spiked me into the railing, and then dropped me. I remember, you don't remember much of how anything feels during a fight. I remember I hit the spike, I hit the ring, the ring pole, and oh God. I remember the thought before, he's like, oh, I've been lifted before, this won't hurt. He spiked me into this, so he took me down, and he proceeded to kick the shit out of me. I mean, he was everywhere. I was just surviving, moving, I couldn't get up, or I don't remember if I got up. I don't remember getting up, but I remember surviving. It's like, holy hell. Afterwards, I got up, went back to my corner saying, well, that didn't go well. And my wife and I think it was my dad cornering me. He said, listen, he's tired. He ran out of steam. He's got nothing left. So I look over there, and dude's like dead on the corner. Couldn't believe he didn't stop it. He was dead on the corner. Round two, I go in there, and I put a hurting on. I'm hitting. I'm still feeling fresh, even though I got the tar kicked out of me. Boom, I'm hitting him left and right. It was a very dominant standing round for me. Round three happens, and he's like dying on the stool. Round three happens, I go in there, and I'm putting a good hurting on him, but he pushes me up against the cage. And he just keeps me on the cage. I am sprawling for life. And I from what I remember, it was like 2.5 minutes of me sprawling, just trying to do whatever I can, not really hitting him, but trying to. And he doesn't get me down. We go into and he was doing the foot stomps and little knee-to-knee action. He was staying active on the cage, which is why we didn't separate. I don't remember there being a commission in Wisconsin at the time. Maybe there was, but I don't remember it. We went into that decision. I knew I had lost. I knew, well, he dominated round one. Round three was, I didn't do much. I was just kind of stuck to a cage, and it was him keeping me. So I feel I lost. Split decision victory, baby. Woo! I was like, oh my God, I can't believe, yeah! I am so convinced that was a hometown decision I got against Jason Guida. I am positive of it. I got out of the cage. Pat O'Malley was there, and Pat says, you guys don't know Pat O'Malley. Pat O'Malley has the most comically accurate voice. It's like, Sam, you won that fight. You dominated that fight. And I love Pat O'Malley. He's an incredible person. I actually fought him. Knocked him out. And saying happy birthday to him as he left. That's a story for another day. Said, Sam, you won that fight. So I don't think it is. Like, no, you won that fight. That was not a hometown decision. To this day, I think that was a hometown decision. Because at the end of that third round, when he got off me, I celebrated. Yeah, woo! I mean, I ran around. I celebrated like I had never celebrated a moment in my life. So, yes, I feel I stole that fight because I let everybody know, yeah, I know I won. Even though deep down inside, I knew I had lost. I knew that was not my fight to win. And they gave it to me. They gave it to me. Yes! And as I alluded to before, Bellator did not sign me after that. I had to win a couple more for some reason, even though they told me 3 fights and you're in. And Bellator eventually, I won all the fights they needed me to, or they kept changing it to. They never put me in the tournament. They said, all right, now that you're in, you have to fight Carl Amasu. I beat Carl Amasu, and then they put me in there. Anyways, I got so many, I've been doing this for so long, so many stories start blending together. Years later down the road, I was in the UFC. I got tickets to go to the UFC. My brother and I took my dad as I believe it was Father's Day present. Clay Guida was fighting, and I don't remember, it was in Chicago. I think it was the night that Alistair Overeem got knocked out by Nagano. Boom, it was that night. Oh man, that was a big knockout. afterwards, we went to party across the street with Dad and all that. Jason Guida, Clay Guida were there. And we were chatting it up, and I told him this, I said, to this day, I think you beat me. I think I got a hometown decision. And so he thought that was funny, and we were just shooting the shit for a little bit. Met him a couple times since our fight, and what a wonderful person. He's just a ball of joy the whole time, and his brother is too. But I always remember, I teach everyone, I said, I remember to teach my class, after every round, you stand up, you act like you won, because those judges are watching you. They're not supposed to be, but they are. After every fight, whether you just got dominated or whatever, you celebrate and act like you won. Because I stole round 3 from Jason Guida, even though he missed weight by 20 pounds. 20 something pounds. It was... I am so tickled that was part of my MMA arc. So, roundabout way of saying it, Wonderboy, you were right to not take the 3-pound allowance for Pereira. I would have taken it, and I would have made the wrong decision. I would have still won. But Wonderboy, you were right. Anyways, that was the video. Have a wonderful day time, guys. Tell me in the comments if you think it was dumb for me to take that. And hey, I am so close to getting monetized here on YouTube. I'm becoming a creator, and I want to thank each and every one of you. I'm going to do some giveaway stuff. I'm going to do some stuff as soon as I hit that 3,000 hour mark for my videos. I'm going to do some giveaway. Just a little, congratulations to me and a little thank you to you for tuning in and watching all these. I love you guys. I wouldn't have a career without you. Thank you so much. And hey, we'll see you in the octagon.